Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether we're working on our first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is I Am Betty J Gather. She is the newest member of our moderator squad here in Tuber Chat, and she's actually been with us for well beyond 4 years, probably closer to 4.5 by now. She is somebody who cares very deeply about the YouTube journey in general, those of us in the Tuber Chat family, and her community at large. So I hope everybody will connect with her, get some of her support coming back to you. She's working on 2,700 subscribers right now. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We can see that in her latest or most recent video, she was doing a lot of vlogging on her channel. Typically, what I Am Betty J Gathers is going to talk about is living her best life over 60. A lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration. You can see she's always smiling, always laughing, a truly dynamic creator. And she, in her vlogs, was giving us a look not only into her life, into her home, taking us out on the road, showing us all the different things that make up what is I Am Betty J Gathers. When we look at her shorts videos, we see even more variety, and you might be surprised to know this creator for over a year was posting a short every single day. She still posts shorts consistently. Many of these have gotten into 8,000, 9,000, and even 10,000 views. And then a few recent ones have gotten into 13,000 and 15,000, which is great to see. So she's incredibly consistent, and she definitely has tenacity and perseverance when it comes to the idea of experimenting with different ideas on her channel, but staying consistent and planning ahead, as a matter of fact, which is a great idea. Now, in the Christmas season, she was challenged by Crystal Sparkle, who's featured here in an interview on I Am Betty J Gather's channel as a live stream. She was challenged to conduct 12 interviews over the course of Christmas. So, you know, the 12 days of interviews. And she did. So I Am Betty J Gather's had a lot of different creators on there. I was honored to have been a part of that interview series. And when I started on YouTube, probably closer to 8 years ago than anything else right now, a lot of the things I would talk about would be exactly the same thing every time I'm on anybody's channel. But over the years, things have expanded, and like I said, I've known I Am Betty J Gathers now for 4.5 years, and she was very considerate about the conversation or subject of conversation while I was on with her. We talked a lot about YouTube, primarily about moderators, right? Like I said, right after that interview, she became a moderator here in the Tuber Chat family. But pardon me, I was coughing right before we started today. She cares very deeply, like I said, about the YouTube journey, knows how seriously I take the idea of moderating. And we talked a lot about that kind of thing and the YouTube journey at large, our friendship and things like that. So I hope everybody will go and check that out as well. We talked for an hour and a half over there. And I Am Betty J Gathers, obviously an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, to say the least. Every moderator on this channel is a longtime dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. One of the things that they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. So welcome, everyone, and thank you for coming in. We've got quite an overwhelming beginning again. I got quite a few names on the wheel, but CNS Travel actually gifted a membership already, so thank you for that. It's an incredibly generous thing to have done. If I scroll back, I can see that 755 Media pick that up. They've been with us since the beginning as well, so they'll be happy to have that, I'm sure. And CNS Travel will come up right away then, because we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen. Typically, members are added to our wheel along with moderators as soon as I see them in the chat, but you do not have to super chat. You do not have to be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. It takes a long time in most cases, but we'll be here for 3 hours. It's plenty of time to look at plenty of channels. Over the course of the stream, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. So as always, at the top of the wheel is Scratch and Pete PA, Michael's Adventures, Canadian Family Life, and Just Jason Keto and more, who will likely be in and out. He's working right now. There's a couple of fellow Canadians in that mix, as a matter of fact. And then I've got Crafty Witch 232 and Phyllis Brown, both on the wheel with P&J's Homestead Adventure and Create and Relate, along with PK Adventure Travels and Life with Tanisha RN. And then Jody Genealogy is a brand new channel from our dear friend Marketplace Boutique. Home Bartending with John also has a second channel. And from the Pacific Northwest, we have Rushing Wind Mountain on the wheel. And then, hopefully I'm not missing any of our members or moderators, but we got a lot of friends in the chat. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More's been with us from the beginning. Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen's been with us for at least a couple of years now. Vintage Style by Joe is in the house. Awkward Quilter GA is here. CGU Cinematic Gaming Universe is in the house. They've been doing a lot of live streaming lately. And then, I don't ever mean to miss anybody in the chat. When I look through, Intrepids is a longtime friend as well. M&T Living It is making frequent appearances lately. Pixie Dust Traveler Tracy's been with us a lot lately as well. And whatever floats your boat, it's good to have you in the chat also. So one more time, I hope I don't miss anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. You know, over the last month and a half now, I've been spending more time on YouTube than ever before since we've started the Tuber Chat channel. And no matter how many videos I watch, no matter how many streams and premieres I catch, I still can't believe how far behind I am. With some of our friends, I see It's a Cruise Life in the house, and we've got CNS Travel, who's going to bring us some cruising and other travel on their channel up on the screen right now. They've got quite a few videos here. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this in a special playlist I have. It's called my Catch-Up List, and it's just a fun name for a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators, because playlists can be a great tool for that. When we look at the About page here, we get quite a bit of information letting us know what they're going to bring us, particularly cruising, ship tours, destination guides, and some travel hacks, so that when we go on our vacations and cruising, we'll be able to have an easier time. When we get to shorts on this channel, we see that CNS Travel has got into over 1,000 views now. It's 1,700 as a matter of fact. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they've got a couple of these as well. It's been a little while, but we'll keep our notification bell on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. So 136 subscribers right now. We'd love to push CNS Travel towards the 200 we know they must be thinking about. I'll spin the wheel and we'll get to our next channel. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then create and relate is just asking if I have that special playlist set to public, but I don't. And it's a great question. A few people have asked, but the reason why, of course, is because we don't want everybody to just go to a playlist, add a bunch of channels. The magic of what we're doing here really does happen in the live streams. And the reason why I say that is because it comes down to conversation. So, I learn every day from creators with channels of all sizes, but I've been in social media from the beginning, since the days of CompuServe and AOL, through Friendster and MySpace, into Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and everything else now. Now, I still learn every day about all of these different networks, but one of the things that I've known for a very long time, and the whole reason why Superchat started and continues to grow now, is because I understood that if we did what we're doing here, but put the real focus on friendships, true engagement, true friendships that would be built between creators, all of this would work. Because when you make a friendship with another creator, sometimes by trading favors, sometimes just by getting along with conversation and chats, you're going to find yourself favoring those friends, and you're going to find that they're favoring you as well. So not only are your things like views and watch hours going to go up, number of people in your premieres and streams, but it's actually going to grow exponentially, because you're making more friends as we go on and on and on. Imagine a world where in the beginnings of your YouTube channel, you had 100 true friends that cared about your channel, cared about your videos, cared about your success, and actually wanted you to grow just as much, or maybe even more so, than themselves. Wouldn't it be a wonderful world? So that's what we're all doing here. We're all of the same mindset. Sean the Great Gamer's in the house. Fisherman 506, it's good to have you here. Living Large with L Crew, I have got quite a speech for that channel, because I just ran their channel like as a playlist, swapping playlists like we talk about all the time. And for anybody that hasn't already met Living Large with L Crew, I don't know why I had not already seen this before. For all the videos I've watched, she's been with us for at least a year. I think it's much longer, actually. She shuffle dances like a pro. So she vlogs in the truest sense of the word. Everything is fast-paced, high energy. I will be shocked if that channel does not get 100,000 subscribers whenever they want it, because there are two of them together all the time, vlogging, traveling, going to theme parks, drinking slushies, and every other thing you can imagine. But the shuffle dancing, I am amazed. So I hope everybody will check that out. But I was looking forward to an opportunity to say something, because as you're running playlists for people, sometimes you have glitches where like the playlist will stop. You have to click the next video and things like that, especially if somebody's got over 100 videos. I forget if Living Large by L Crew has, Living Large with L Crew has like 400 or so. It's 200 or 400 or whatever it is. But it causes you to continuously go back to look at the playlist or look at the YouTube while you're doing it. So I just wanted to mention that. And I hope everybody will check it out. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat while I've been talking. But PK Adventure Travels is up on the screen right now. Another channel full of support and caring for the YouTube journey for others. They're here with us just about every day, or every day that we're on, and they're out supporting other creators all the time as well. They are dangerously close right now to their 1,000 subscribers. So let's do something that we haven't done in a long time. I hope everybody will connect with PK Adventure Travels right now, but let's go to Social Blade. And if you haven't already seen this website before, so it's free, called Social Blade. And what you can do is just type in a channel here, PK Adventure Travels. And this is going to come up with a bunch of fun things you can look at. You can kind of guess when you're going to get your subscriber milestones, guess when you're going to get... any future milestones. Now, I hope this is working now that I think of it, because it wasn't working the last time we looked at this. They've got a live subscriber count, and it'll take a second to give us an accurate number, because I think they're at 990 right now. But what I'm going to do is put this at the bottom of the screen. So there it goes right there. And we'll put it under our wheel. And hopefully... everybody will connect with them, and we might even see them get their 1,000 subscribers today. You know, typically I don't do the whole thing where we say, okay, everybody go over there and subscribe right now, because we don't want YouTube to take the subscribers away after, and that often happens. So we just don't bother, because we're focused so much more on quality of connection here. Gail Southern Living, I just caught on Mountain Grandma's channel, I believe an hour ago. Lawn Lifters is in the house. Janine's World is here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody else in the chat. Consume the Goodness is in the house. I'm going to get her channel onto the wheel. It's not already there. And King Morgan, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then hopefully we will get them to 1K right now. So if anybody hasn't already connected to PK Adventure Travels, I hope you will. I see they've got another couple of subscribers possibly right now. We'll see when I flip the page. When we dig through their content, though, we see that they are bringing us a lot of travel and, again, cruising. We couldn't see a lot of travel and cruising content for a couple of years there, if everybody remembers, not too long ago. And then all of a sudden now there's a tremendous, vibrant community, especially of cruising channels, but travel in general. And so now we're able to see all kinds of stuff, and it's like bigger and better than ever, let's just say. And I love, you know, travel content as much as everybody else does. It's a huge genre on YouTube, obviously. But they do an incredible job, very thorough, when they do things like ship tours, and they're talking about the rooms, they're talking about the amenities, they're talking about excursions and everything else. But they also do something else on the channel where they've got a news segment where they're bringing us an interesting news, let's say, story from the cruising or travel community. And this is really cool because I've caught many of these now, as you can see. I see they got a couple more videos here, though. And they've got another ship highlight tour, which is a good idea. I'm going to put that video into that catch-up list that I was talking about so I can get another piece of content watched here. PK Adventure Travels is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We can see that that number's rolling over now. So they got 993. We'd love to get them right all the way to 1,000. And I know it's easier said than done, but if you can keep at it so that you can get to about 1,005 or 1,010, hopefully that will be enough to solidify it. YouTube, even if they do play games with your numbers, won't dip you back below the 1,000, because we here at Superchat know what that's like. That happened to us when we got our first 1,000. We went to our dear friend Happy Lux to fix it up. Fairbrick Studio is in the house, and Creative Nana, aka Sheila, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, snow's been something else for everybody for a while now. We got pummeled in Niagara Falls, Toronto, and London, and the whole southern Ontario area for a while there, and it's been so cold, nothing's melting. We're supposed to get a little bit more, but we'll see what's going to happen. So PK Adventure Travels has got some shorts here. They've gotten into 10,000, 12,000 views, and we would like to look at the live streams. You can see that they set these up. They're on every week, and they set them up in advance. I don't know why I can't catch these things. I must have caught one a couple of weeks ago. It looks like they're actually on... oh, pardon me. Yes, much more often than 5 days ago, 12 days ago. This one says 2 weeks ago, but it's probably really 3 weeks ago. They just did one yesterday. So I think what they're doing is they typically are on once a week, but then they've got a few extras mixed in here. Because I'm looking at the dates, right? And I see they've got one tomorrow. I've got the notification on. We set notifications for everything we see like this, whether they're premieres or live streams, so that we have the best chance of catching each other, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel. So I hope everybody will connect to PK Adventure Travels. They have been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters here in the Tuber Chat family for, I don't know if it's been a year yet, and forgive me for being wrong about that. PK Adventure Travels, I'm feeling like they might have been here for almost a year, but I often get confused and mistaken about how long some of our friendships have gone on. Luckily, we're all friends here, so everybody will be patient and understanding with me. The Down Under Cruisers, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and we're going to look at Jody genealogy in a second. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Jody Genealogy, you recognize her right away. It's a brand new channel, already on almost 200 subscribers though, but this creator is the same as Marketplace Boutique. So Jody has got two different channels. We'll look at both of them. Buying Space, good to see you in the house. They happen to be a member. I'll put them on the wheel right away. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. When we look at Jody Genealogy, we see a brand new channel where she's bringing us ancestry, history, and adventures of different types. She'll give us more information on her About section. She's been at this a while now. She's got a few videos to start with. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 500 and 600 views and beyond. She's done tons of shorts on her other channel, so we'll expect a lot more soon. Live stream already from yesterday. Sorry I missed that. And then let me show you her other channel. Marketplace Boutique is where she is going to share her knowledge when it comes to the idea of e-commerce, which she's been doing since 1998. And she shows us the ins and outs of buying and selling on platforms like eBay. And then Gem & Co., good to see you in the house. Yes, as a matter of fact, I happen to be from Toronto, but I live in Niagara Falls now. But good to have another Canadian in the house. It's Me, Alec is here, a very enthusiastic creator. And then Adventures Unseen, good to see you in the house as well. Marketplace Boutique is working on almost 2,200 subscribers, so they're on their way now. And then they've got tons of videos. Now, they've really expanded the content over the last few years. Marketplace Boutique, I think, has been here for longer than 2 years now. I can't remember how long everybody's been here, but sometimes the ideas cross my mind. But when I think about Marketplace Boutique's channel, I've been able to watch it evolve. We all have. And she started with e-commerce. She brought a lot of variety into the shorts videos, and I'll show you that in a moment. But she's also, on top of showing us about buying and selling and shipping and listing on things like eBay, bringing us some YouTube tutorials as well. And then other random adventures like at Christmas and things like that. Shorts are where this channel brings pure variety, and lots of creators are doing this, regardless of category or niche on their channel. Just anything and everything goes, and a lot of creators are finding great success in their shorts videos. She's gotten into 12,000, 14,000, 19, and a newer one at even 20,000 views right now, which is great to see. Of course, she's monetized. I talk about that all the time. Marketplace Boutique is also live frequently, so sometimes it's well, this one's camping, otherwise I'd say a fireside chat. Sometimes she's on the road and sometimes she's on the water, and she mixes these up as well. She's often collaborating with Backyard Trucker. I'm going to show you his channel as well. These creators are both here for every live stream at some point, and they collaborate frequently. So Backyard Trucker is Andy, and this is a creator that let us know from the beginning that he was going to show just about anything and everything that could be entertaining on his channel. He's a self-employed truck driver. He takes us on the road, does a lot of do-it-yourself videos, including fixing his own vehicles. I'm just going to grab his latest video, put it into that catch-up list that I always talk about. He's got shorts over here that feature more variety. Some of the dash cam footage has done him well at 12,000, 13,000, 15,000. And then when we look at live streams, we see again the camping. They just did that. I thought I caught them for that, but it was the day before. And then they've got some more live streams. They're live almost every day on the road as a truck driver, and then sometimes they're chilling and hanging out with Marketplace Boutique, and it's great to see creators collaborating in that way. I see Kaiser Gaming YT is in the house. That is Chris's Clever Craft with a gaming channel. He's been another friend since the beginning of Tuber Chat. We're coming around to 5 years, as a matter of fact. It's literally coming up at the end of April when we started Tuber Chat 5 years ago. Actually, the birthday message is up in the YouTube studio right now because I started the channel in February or somewhere thereabouts, but we didn't start live streaming until the end of April. but I had said no matter what, I was going to get started with live streaming in April, and I bought myself an extra week by doing episode 0 on April the 30th, so that I would still be telling the truth, saying we were going to start in April, and then we got going in May. But you can imagine, after 800 episodes of Tuber Chat, we're still going strong. We're growing. We have brand new channels in the chat every day, and hopefully everybody's enjoying connecting with each other. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. We're going to look at Life with Tanisha RN. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then thank you for that, Scratch and PPA. I completely missed that one. Kaiser Gaming YT's dropped Super Chats many times before. Like I said, that's Chris's Clever Craft. So we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So I'm going to put his channel up in another moment here. So thank you, everybody. It looks like PK Adventure Travels officially hit their 1,000 subscribers, and that's one of the fastest runs we've done in the last, 10, 15 minutes. They got 10 subscribers, which is great. Now, I hope if anybody hasn't connected with them, that they will right now. We want to push that channel to 1,005 or 1,010, so that if YouTube dips some of their numbers, it's not going to go below 1,000. It's never fun when that happens. And then PK Adventure Travels, I hope you'll keep at it for a while longer. Get as far as you can. You don't need me to tell you that, but it's something that I like to reinforce as an idea, just because we've seen YouTube play around with our stuff so much. On the Spot Tunes, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in, and congratulations to our dear friends PK Adventure Travels. They are with us frequently. I'm enjoying their content and their channel. I think everybody will, so I hope you'll connect with them. And then Life with Tanisha RN is up on the screen right now, and thank you, PK Adventure Travels, for that super chat. I see you want us to look at Adventures Unseen, so we will. Lots of creators have done this before, where they drop a super chat so that we'll look at another channel. It's an incredibly generous thing to have done, but of course we'll honor that as well. So we'll look at Adventures Unseen right after Kaiser Gaming YT and Chris's Clever Craft. Life with Tanisha RN is another longtime friend now. She's been with us for quite some time. I can't remember for the life of me how long it's been, but it's longer than a year, I'm sure. When we look at the channel, we see that they've got quite a few new videos, 3 already in the last 5 days. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list, and that's that playlist I keep joking about. But playlist can be a great tool for keeping caught up with creators. That's how I use that one. And then when we look at Life with Tanisha RN, she lets us know that we are going to be talking about planning, journaling, a little bit of enjoying life as well, but organization seems to be the key over here. So when we look at Life with Tanisha RN, we see they're working on 500 subscribers as well. It's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. And then we've got shorts over here, and these have gotten into 600 and almost 700 views now. Then live streams on the channel, and I see they've got one coming up, and that is going to be a little while from now, next month. They're planning for this, so we'll look forward to that. And hopefully I'll catch you for one of these, because I haven't caught you live yet. And hopefully everybody will connect with Life with Tanisha RN. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I see So Terry coming by. I know not everybody can be here every single day, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we stream. So I do appreciate anybody coming in, and every moment everybody can spend, even if it's just to come by and say hello or drop a thumbs up or run the stream in the background, because I know we got a few friends that do that too. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then when we look at Kaiser Gaming YT, we see that this creator is bringing us gaming and it's every single day. So they've got plenty of videos that they post frequently, but they're typically live, and I think it's daily, as a matter of fact. And they do something interesting here in their live streams where they've got one that will be horizontal and one will be vertical to go along with it. So they're basically dual streaming at the same time. For anybody that hasn't seen this yet, yeah, you can actually run more than one stream on a channel that is monetized. I forget for the life of me if you have to have the 1,000 subscribers or not, but we've seen that many times. And Kaiser Gaming YT is on every single day, like I said, and mostly Fortnite is what they're playing these days, so a very popular title. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 9,000 and 10,000 views. Gaming channels can do really well with shorts because there's so much action that can be caught in small bite-sized pieces of content, right? But Kaiser Gaming YT is doing great with that. And then when we look at videos, we see, like I said, they're posting frequently. So this is Chris's Clever Craft, and he's been with us since the beginning of Superchat, so over 4.5 years now. When we look at his channel, we see, first of all, this creator has an interesting property. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who brings us unboxing videos, do-it-yourself videos, and a lot of stories to be told while he gives us an interesting look both inside his home and outside on the property and all around. One of the things that Chris's Clever Craft has done is bring us a reminder that not everything in life has to come down to money. Those are not his words. I just say that when I tell the story about what he's doing. But he reminds us of the idea that we can barter with one another. He's trading work for a car, or has traded work for a car, and we've seen him work. Actually, I caught him for a live stream the other day. He was working on this wall in this house. This is really cool, and I didn't realize he's been live streaming so much lately, which is great. I caught him again last week. Now, hopefully everybody will check out Chris's Clever Craft, because he does a great job of coming back to the camera and making sure he's keeping up with the audience while he's doing the different things that he does while he's streaming. He's got some shorts over here that have gotten now into 1,600, 3,200 views, and one exploded at 24,000. That one still gets views, as a matter of fact. So Chris's Clever Craft is now at 606 subscribers. Pardon me, we'd love to push him towards the 700 we know he must be thinking about. It's me, Alec. Looks to me like you might have subscribed with another channel, but that's okay. He's a longtime dear friend, like I said, very enthusiastic. The Pipe Guy is a second channel from Home Bartending with John. Lawn Lifters is in the house as well. 20 Acre Homestead is here, and the Harry Experience. Good to see you in the house, back stronger and better, which is great to hear. And then Joey's Vlogs, good to see you here. And New Horizons Above and Beyond is also in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. What we're going to do right now is take a break. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes. And right before we do that, we're going to play a clip from our interview series. These are conversations between myself and some of our longtime friends. They've all been with us for at least 3 years or longer. The conversations go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long, and there's 4 episodes so far on the Tuberchat channel. I'm expecting to line up a few more, and maybe even as early as the next stream or the stream after, we'll have some new clips to play. And the biggest thing that I can tell you about these creators is they all have different things to say, but they're going to share with us their knowledge. They've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So one of the questions that's going to come up, especially when we've got a channel that's just grown, I mean, you guys have content getting into like well over 200,000 views. And people are always going to want to know how they can get more views on their video shorts and streams. So what can you tell us in your experience that you would give somebody as advice now?
I'm going to go first.
Yeah, you want to master at this one?
Don't be afraid to go back and change the thumbnails and the tags and the titles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to do that. It doesn't have to be the exact same as it was when you posted it. If you have a better idea for a title or a thumbnail or a description or anything like that, go ahead and try it. Because no matter how many times you change it, YouTube is going to pick something.
Yep.
And it might push it out more. More people might like maybe the colour scheme on it or the wording on it or something like that. And that'll help bring more people in. That's what I think anyway. Because we were afraid to do that for a long time. And then when we started doing that a little bit, we noticed a bit more growth.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my opinion of you.
Well, a lot of what Danielle said is spot on, but the thing about it is that's what's great about YouTube. You have that space to just go, you know, I didn't like that idea the first time it went up. Like, we've had thumbnails and we've had tags, we've had hashtags and stuff. We thought, oh, this is gonna go, it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And no, it just went straight into the toilet.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because the beautiful part is you can go back, you can change it over, you can go, I'll experiment with this. Sometimes it could be, now this is what is crazy about YouTube, could be a tag changed, it could be the title. Like, as much as people go, it's the thumbnail, like the title does play a major part, because like if you turn around, let's say a plane flying in the sky, or you turn around and say a plane does a nosedive and then lands perfectly, what sounds better? Maybe that might work for some people, but see the way the two titles, like, well, I can just look at a plane, or, oh, what's going to happen here?
Right.
I don't know why I used the plane, but that's just where I went for it.
Yeah, but you're absolutely
just the
right.
contrast of like titles and tags,
It does make a difference.
it does. It's like, from our experience anyway, it has. Like, we went back and sometimes we just changed the thumbnail, and that did make a big difference. Like, there, what thumbnail we doing on? We done it on one of the military videos, and we done it actually the Star Spangled Banner video. We had the original thumbnail for that. We thought was the best thing we ever made. Got rid of it. See, this is what happens. Like, a month later, we're like, wow, this is the worst thing we could have ever put up. And I know people are probably going, no, it's really good, but this is what happens in your own head. You're like, wow, this is like not great. But we changed it to that one, and we love that one, and probably next month we'll change it again. But don't be afraid to change around your content and really experiment with what's out there.
That's great advice.
So I got another couple names on the wheel. Our members are always added as soon as we see them in the chat. And I'm a little bit ahead of the game today, but I wanted to put a name on the wheel from our chat list. It's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. So I've got Jesse Miller Unboxings and more on the wheel. Now, for our members and moderators, I will often take names off of the wheel at different points throughout the stream if I think somebody's not here, just so that we can speed things up, because we can't get to every channel, not even close, to be honest with you. But it usually gets faster towards the end of the stream. We've still got another 2 hours to go, so plenty of time to put plenty of channels up. But I wanted to get to that early. Michael's Adventures was saying, yes, we need some newer music. I know that's true. For anybody that hasn't already heard my speech about that, all the same music that you hear in the background of Superchat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. It's available on all major music platforms. It's on, iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, Google, Amazon, YouTube Music, as well as we have a channel set up for that. And but I actually was, right before Superchat, just playing around with those AI systems to see if they're good enough yet that I might be able to get some remixes done of some of our stuff, and then we'll be able to expand the collection. So we'll see, but I'm looking into that. And then as well, let's look at how to do something for a quick second. Buying space is still in the house. Let me make sure they're on the wheel here. Butler Family Farm's been added. And we're going to talk about Adventures Unseen in a second. PK Adventure Travels just hit 1,000 subscribers. And they just dropped a super chat so that we would look at Adventures Unseen. So that's an incredibly generous thing to have done. And this is a brand new channel. I just want to mention something quickly. So if anybody hasn't seen this yet, YouTube's new super chat goal system should be available for everyone now. And it's very easy to set up. So all we do is click the button, and then you get a choice. You can choose whether you just want to set a goal for one super chat or many more. We'll put ours at 5 for right now. And then we will put, you can choose the level in case, you know, some of the bigger channels might be, you know, setting these really, really high so that they can kind of entice a bit of a jump. But we'll just put all the colors for ours. You get to choose. We'll set a timer, and we've still got 2 hours to go, so we'll just make it 2 hours and then share how we'll celebrate. I'll talk endlessly like always. Now you will come up with something more fun than I will when it comes to some kind of a reward for your community when it comes to hitting the goal. There's a little animation that plays and stuff like that, but trying to find a decent area in the middle of not soliciting things like super chats and memberships, because I mentioned to everybody, you know, many times it's absolutely unnecessary here, but at the same time I just want to show everybody how to use the feature, so I'll use that as my excuse for why we put it on. When we look at the chat, I see the Groves Bargain Emporium. Steph is in the house, and then as well, Create and Relate. Let me see what they did here. Yeah, they dropped a super chat earlier as well. So Create and Relate is going to be the next channel that we look at. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen. Now, like I said, we got a super chat from PK Adventure Travels, who was up earlier. And that's an incredibly generous thing to have done, but we honor those. They wanted us to look at Adventures Unseen. So this channel now is working on 1,900 subscribers, but it's brand new to us. I don't watch videos while I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm going to take your latest video and put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And thank you again, PK Adventure Travels, for that extra generous support. I know that Adventures Unseen will be happy to have had an opportunity to have their channel looked at. We're going to get to Create and Relate now because they dropped a super chat for us. And pardon me while I struggle to get their channel up for a quick second. Hopefully they'll not be too long before they overtake that other Create and Relate channel with their in the search results. But they're working on 200 subscribers now, so they're moving, that's for sure. Princess 6 is brand new in the chat as well, so thank you for being here. And KNRP Kim Polton is in the house. They were doing, I wasn't able to get into your stream today, but I think I saw it come up when I was setting up for Superchat. And didn't it say Tuesday crafternoon, if I understood right? Forgive me if I'm wrong, and it wasn't your channel that did that. Pardon me. But I have caught KNRP Kim Polton many times before. They're a long time friend here. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Lewis Acre Farm Karma, of course, is still on the wheel. Sybil Ellis is there. And let's look at what Create and Relate has got going on.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
And thank you, Butler Family Farm, and my dear friend I Am Betty J Gathers, for those super chats. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. I think what Butler Family Farm was saying is that they use the super chat goal feature on their live streams on Mondays. They're live every Monday, Jerry and Susan together, and the super chat goal feature there's obvious benefit to having that there, but the goal, in my opinion, and forgive the pun there, but the idea is that you can use features like that to increase what happens on your channel. So very often I go into premieres, and especially live streams lately, and I see creators that set the goal at 10 or 20 super chats. There's nothing wrong with that at all, and I never want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do, but just to give you the way, that I think about these things, and I've said it many times before, but if your channel, typically in a premiere or live stream, gets 0 super chats, or 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that, what I recommend, it doesn't matter how many you get, I would recommend setting your super chat goal to the next level higher than what is typical as an average for your channel. So if you usually get 2 or 3 super chats or a little bit less than that, I would set it to 5. If you're somebody who doesn't get any, I would set it to 1. And then eventually when you start getting 5 or 6 or 7, I would set it to 10 and then farther along. Now, I'm not saying that is, what's going to work for everybody, but you understand how stretching what's already happening can start to bring these increments a little bit higher. So the goal is, in that case, not today. You're not worried about how much, you're bringing in revenue for super chats, memberships, and things like that today. You're working on 6 months from now. You're working on 12 months from now, conditioning your community and your audience to understand all these different features and understand the benefits and things like that. So that's just an idea. And then, Butler Family Farm has a different way of doing it, right? And that kind of thing can help if you're going to let people participate in things like that. The only thing you want to be careful of is always YouTube's terms of service and community guidelines, especially when we're talking about money and we're talking about prizes and giveaways and things like that. But I'll leave it to everybody here to look that stuff up because we don't do a lot of giveaways here. We did one for our 800th episode, and we've done them a couple of times before for special editions, but Jerry and Susan on Butler Family Farm do that kind of thing frequently. Create and Relate is up on the screen right now. They dropped a super chat earlier, and we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. pardon me. So when we look at this channel, I see they've got a brand new video on sewing machine. This will be interesting to see. And when I first started watching content on this channel, you can see how many videos I've, been through. I started to catch them with product reviews more than anything else. This is one I gave a whole speech about, because when we think about backing up our YouTube channel and videos and things like that, not only do you want to, back up your videos so that you have them in case of disaster, but you also want to protect your backups. I joke with my dear friend Two Pineapples and a few people, because a couple of years ago I bought a brand new beefy hard drives, almost $300, and it was 12 terabytes, I think. And I didn't even get through doing my first backup before the thing fell off the table and smashed, and that was the end of that, because hard drives are so delicate. You can't help but laugh, right? So whatever, you're just out, and then you got to get another one. But I got plenty of hard drives and things like that anyway. But having some kind of protection is a great idea. So that's why I keep going over this speech about this thing here. All of my stuff, my filming stuff and everything else, is always put in cases. Everything has its place. I know where everything is all the time. Nothing can ever be in more than one or two different areas of the house, or in one or two vehicles or something like that. And then yeah, that's true, Kaiser Gaming YT. So here in Superchat, because of what this channel is, I only use the YouTube system. So I only have things like Super Chats and memberships available. Like I said, it's not necessary, but I just, turn on the monetization like almost all of us do. But because it's Tuber Chat, I'm not going to do Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee and all the other, platforms we can use. But I would all but encourage other creators to absolutely do that. Some creators just put their PayPal address right out there, because when somebody gives a donation, there are some people who will not donate through the YouTube system because they don't want to give that 30% up. You know what I mean? And they want to make sure the creators get as much of their donation as possible. If we call it a donation, you don't have to. It's just a common word for it. But Buy Me a Coffee, Patreon, even sending somebody PayPals, or like in Canada, we use e-transfers. We just email each other money all the time, and it costs like $1.50. You can send thousands of dollars a day and things like that. But these are just ideas, but I understand. And not to mention, a lot of people may not know, but when you are using an iPhone device or an Apple device like an iPhone or an iPad, it is almost always that the Apple system is taken 30% before YouTube takes their 30%, and then you pay income taxes on everything else. That's why YouTube raises the price of everything for Apple people. I don't know if you know that. When you look at a $10 Super Chat for an Android, or if somebody's on a computer, and you look at that same one, I think it's yellow, right? On an iPhone, it's $13.99. Whenever you see a donation that comes in 99 cents or $7.99 or $13.99, that's an Apple device. The creator's getting far less than 50% of that by the time taxes are paid and everything else. So it's just a thought, but I only use the YouTube system here because of what Tuber Chat is as a channel. But in every other case, I would all but encourage everybody to use these other things. And you can find ways to give everybody other content as well, where for a channel like this is not appropriate. So Create and Relate is up on the screen. Like I said, they're doing a lot of product reviews lately, but they let us know on their About section that they're going to be bringing a lot of DIY, a lot of arts and crafts, and then just about everything in between. They've got some shorts over here that have gotten into almost 1,000 views, one over 1,300 as well. And then Create and Relate is here with us just about every day. 195 subscribers. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Thank you again for the Super Chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then Cash App is another thing. We don't have it in Canada, so I always forget to talk about Venmo and Cash App and some of the other systems, because in Canada we just use PayPal. It's really all we have. And then, like I said, we all just email each other money, whether it's for business or for friendships or family and everything else. I shouldn't have spun the wheel there, but I did. Pardon me. Butler Family Farm is coming up right now. They dropped a super chat earlier, and I Am Betty J Gathers also dropped a super chat. So thank you all for the extra generous support. I really do appreciate it. We looked at I Am Betty J Gathers at the beginning of the stream. She is our featured channel for today. She's been featured before, of course, but I wanted to recognize over the last few streams some of our brand newest moderators. So Canadian Family Life and Just Jason Keto and more were also featured. And then Crystal Sparkle has been an unbelievable force in this community for a while. So she was featured on episode 801. And then the next few episodes are ready to go. We're trying to stick to a schedule of every 3 days now. And then we'll move them around if we have to. Butler Family Farm is up on the screen.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
And then, yeah, that makes sense, Home Bartending with John. I'm sure we're going to have new systems soon. That was one thing that was mentioned. We don't get political on this channel at all. I try to never say anything. But that was one thing that Donald Trump mentioned, was the idea that Canada doesn't let any of the American banks and stuff in here. Canada keeps a tight grasp on a few different things, like our cell phone plans, and things like that, where it is really hard, it seems, for American companies to get in here and do things sometimes. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if that has any... we'll see if that has any effect eventually. And thank you, Scratch and Pete PA. I missed that. K. Renee's Garden, good to see you in the house. That's a longtime friend. Forgive me. I don't know why I'm missing everything in the chat. I'm just talking way too much today. I Am Betty J Gathers dropped a super chat. The Groves Bargain Emporium. Forgive me. I missed your super chat completely. Luckily, Scratch and Pete PA caught it. We saw Marketplace Boutique earlier and Jody's new channel. So thank you for that. But we're going to put the Groves Bargain Emporium up next, because we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then, pardon me, we'll get right back to spinning the wheel like we always do. And Butler Family Farm, Jerry and Susan, I was talking about, are here. Now, they mentioned the idea that they use that Super Chat goal system every week because they are on, they do a lot of giveaways on their channel, and so they kind of meld everything together, and then they use a wheel, not like similar to what we're using here, this wheelofnames.com it's called. I'll never remember where I saw this the first time. Lots of creators use this, but it's a free system, which is cool. Butler Family Farm does something similar. That's just a tiny aspect of what they do. So they're live every Monday. Follow the Bradley's Fun. Good to see you in the house. They got a fantastic live stream. I'm not sure if they're on every day, but they're on frequently, and I caught them a few hours ago this morning. And then when we look at Butler Family Farm, we see, there's Jerry right there. Jerry and Susan share the camera work here. They're live every Monday at just about 7 o'clock Eastern, a little bit earlier than that. They share otherwise the camera work everywhere around the channel. They do all kinds of homesteading content, and they've got 116 acres of farmland, not to mention they bring us into their home, and Jerry brings us into the shop as well, and then they take us hundreds of miles away to introduce us to other creators at meetups, some of which get as large as 80 channels worth of creators and supporters, if I'm not mistaken. So as well, you see familiar faces on their StreamYard panels. So they're always introducing us to other people. They've often got StreamYard panels going on those Monday streams. I've joined them a couple of times already. And then when we look at, oh, pardon me, even with my glasses, my vision is not great, Jerry. When we look at the channel, I see they've got a brand new video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. They've got a lot going on their farm. So they'll bring us into the kitchen. They'll bring us into their home. They'll bring us into the shop. Jerry does a lot of very impressive woodworking. And then as well, sometimes they make tools for themselves for the work that they do around the farm. And they've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, and bees on their farm. They've got shorts that have gotten into 10,000 and 12,000 views, 52,000 on one of their shorts videos, which is great to see. Their channels at 52,000 as well, which is great. They're using the promotion system to push it really hard and really quickly. And then they've got live streams, like I said, every week as a minimum. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. Jerry and Susan are longtime dear friends. They try to be here every single stream. And they are over-the-top generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. And then, yes, thank you, Butler Family Farm. That was Bubba in that thumbnail, not Jerry. And then unmonetized channels can use BMAC today. Kaiser Gaming YT, thank you for the super chat again. Oh, buy me a coffee. Yeah, so Buy Me a Coffee is an outside system, though, and YouTube has rules about that. YouTube doesn't want to be cut out when people are giving financial contributions, let's just say. So this is why we have to be very clear. I'm going to leave it to everybody because I've been corrected many times, but I'm going to leave it to everybody. Please read the YouTube community guidelines and the YouTube terms of service. I know it's, horrifying and lengthy and everything else, but we really do have to understand because it's our responsibility. We don't want people to lose their channels and things like that, but there are these other systems out there: Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee. There's other subscription services and things like that where you can find ways to accept donations without such a severe cut being taken by the platform, let's just say, particularly YouTube. But not that I necessarily encourage it. I've got that stuff available on other areas and social media and stuff like that. But it's interesting to know. And everybody can feel free to share with each other what systems. You'll see it on each other's channels anyway, but what systems everybody's using. Thank you, the Groves Bargain Emporium stuff, for another super chat. They're hoping we'll look at Buying Space, who's another longtime friend, so we certainly will do that next. And thank you for the extra generous support again.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And then I guess I'm talking much more than I think I am today. Virginia Bradley, Magical Adventures. Good to see you in the house. Ace Flaw 1 is here. He's been with me since before Tuberchat was even a thought. Andy's been a friend for 5 years now. And then, that's interesting too. I am Betty J. Gathers. Tough to get money out. You know what's, so I should stop with the story time, but we'll talk about something for a quick second here. I don't want to encourage anybody to get involved in cryptocurrency if you're not already involved. There is a lot to learn. There is a lot of risk. There's a lot to lose and things like that. But there's a lot to gain as well when you truly understand and if you can be comfortable and things like that. But one of the reasons why cryptocurrency is becoming so popular, and it's not stopping, we're hearing more and more about it every single day. I'll show you an example. When we think about the idea of you get monetized by YouTube, but you got to do everything right or you don't get paid, and you got to what if I forgot to do something? Because I've seen that on a channel. They're all ready to get paid. They've passed the threshold. They can't get the money because they forgot to fill something out, right? And that can happen. And then you have things like PayPal and all these other systems where it's like, well, you got to pay attention. How long is it going to take to get your money from the platform into your bank account or wherever it's going to go? But if I want to send you $17,000, I don't have $17,000, but if I wanted to send you $17,000 at 3 in the morning on Saturday, with cryptocurrency, you can. And it's really remarkable that that's the case. Not to mention, there are ways, I don't recommend this because the fees on cryptocurrency can be very severe, as high as 10% or maybe even more in a lot of cases. But you can send crypto to somebody and they can go to a ATM and pull cash right out. It is remarkable. I happen to use a couple of prepaid crypto cards now that pay. One of them is crypto.com. The other one is called Netcoins. That's in Canada. I don't know if it's anywhere else. One of them pays 1% back in Bitcoin, and the other one pays 1% back in Crow, which is crypto.com's currency. But these are just ideas. I'm just mentioning them because I'm, learning and studying that stuff every day. I'm very enthralled with it. But just things that are coming down the pipe. Mr. Stephanie, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. The Groves Bargain Emporium, Steph, thank you. They dropped a couple of super chats actually so that we would look at other channels, and thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. We'll look at buying space in a quick second. We saw Marketplace Boutique earlier and Jody's new channel, Jody Genealogy. But it's great when I see people doing this. I mean, obviously there's benefit here. I really do appreciate it. But there is... it's heartwarming to know that people are having so much impact on each other, being so supportive to one another, that people feel compelled to do these things. So the Groves Bargain Emporium, Steph just puts out a few videos here. They've got one short for us to see so far, but the magic happens in their live streams where they have live shopping and live sales, which is really, really cool. And actually some of the influencers out there are starting to predict that this is where the money's going to be for the next 5 years, is in live shopping. I actually had somebody I do sponsored videos for occasionally reach out to me the other day and ask about doing a shoppable video, which you can do on certain platforms and things like that. So this stuff is getting big and coming on strong. But lots of our friends have been doing this on YouTube for a long time, which is in these live streams. So you can bid right there while they're showing different items, and a lot of them do StreamYard panels and things like that. I've been lucky to catch the Groves Bargain Emporium stuff many times live, as you can see. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. They've got live streams coming up almost daily by the look of it. They got one today, tomorrow, and just about every day, pretty close to it. And we've always got notification bells on for every single channel, as well as setting notifications for everything we see, including premieres and live streams. So now we're going to look at the buying space. Thank you again, Steph, for those super chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Mr. Stephanie's in the house, and then buying space is up on the screen. When we look at this channel, we see that they're working on 1,300 subscribers now. They're actually a longtime friend. When we look at their about section, they've got quite a bit of information, and this is really cool. Their focus is to keep items from ending up in a landfill. I remember a guy telling me that one day. He was talking about Christmas, and he's like, oh man, me and my wife, we got to talk about what to get the kids for Christmas, because I don't want to just buy stuff for the sake of buying it. The kids are excited on Christmas Day, but after a little while, some of the stuff ends up in landfills and this and that, and it's something to consider, let's just say. So buying space is up on the screen right now, and I see they've got a mystery unboxing video here, so I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them, see what they've got in their latest. Some spiritual inspiration on this channel, as we can see from the titles there. Shorts over here have gotten into 3,000 and even 5,000 views, which is great. And then live streams, they've got quite a few set up here as well, including tomorrow. So we always set those notifications for premieres and live streams, and we have the notification bell on for every single channel. So thank you again, Steph, from the Groves Bargain Emporium, for those super chats. And buying space, I'm sure, is happy for the opportunity to be seen and skip the line. And then we're going to look at Consume the Goodness right now.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
And then, oh, pardon me, create and relate. I didn't see that if you were talking about that earlier in the chat, but thank you for that. Yes, one of the things I recommend for anybody when they begin driving is the idea of having, in the United States, I know AAA is popular, or AAA. In Canada, we call it CAA. It's the same thing. They are, you know, together, or however you put that. And Rock Chick Beauty just came into the house from the UK, and thank you for the super chat. She made us hit our goal, which is fantastic. So thank you. Hopefully everybody enjoys that confetti animation that comes along with that. We're going to look at Rock Chick Beauty's channel next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Rock Chick Beauty's done that a million times before. And then Consume the Goodness is up on the screen right now. Pardon me just for 1 second. I'll be right back. And pardon me for that. I always forget when I go on a little break there that happens. Consume the Goodness is up on the screen right now. This creator is going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, a keto-based diet or lifestyle, keto carnivore meal ideas, some faith-based motivation, as well as talk of mental health and some workouts. They actually did one the other day, and I'll show it to you in a second, where they gave a shout out to Tuber Chat. So thank you for that. I put that on our front page, of course, like I do with shout out videos and things like that. You're going to see some cooking videos from Kendra, obviously a very dynamic creator, and she does skits in her videos. I was laughing the other day because she did a really great job with one where I had an opportunity to kind of just sit and watch and enjoy it. She's always smiling, always laughing. This is a shorts video that I talk about all the time. This one with the pizza here. This is worth watching for anybody who likes pizza but thinks about healthier ideas. That was a great idea. And then when we look at the shorts over here, this is the one that she did that was a special shout out for Tuber Chat. So thank you for that. That was a lot of fun. And then she does shorts all the time. You can see that these have gotten into 31,000, 50,000 on one of these, and there's more cooking videos, more fitness, and more fun things in there. Live streams as well. So she's got a live stream coming up today. We're going to go right after Tuber Chat and see a premiere from Michael's Adventures. He posts every day, sometimes twice a day. And if I'm not sure how long his premiere is today, if it's a half an hour or an hour, but then we know there'll be fresh content on Consume the Goodness. She'll be on at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we have that to look forward to an hour after Tuber Chat. She is now over 15,000, which is great to see. Monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, we see that she's live frequently, not quite every week, but pretty close to it, and willing to collaborate with others. So hopefully everybody will connect with her, and you'll meet some new friends while you're on her channel as well. And next up, Rock Chick Beauty.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
There's a special story that always comes with Rock Chick Beauty's channel and content. She has been a dear friend to all of us for over 4.5 years now. She's literally been with us since the beginning of Tuber Chat. She's got 1,400 subscribers now, but she reset and restarted her channel almost 4 years ago. She'd been at it for a while, and then she decided to give it a clean sweep. The idea then is, could you come back stronger and more solidly the second time around? You know, if I knew then what I know now kind of idea. And so you can see that she has. When we look at Rock Chick Beauty, every thumbnail gets its own look, but she puts a lot of work into the graphics on this channel, and the bright, bold headshots make her recognizable, so you can see a professional look. with just about every thumbnail that's on the channel. She talks about all things alternative, but particularly beauty, makeup, lifestyle, and more. She changes up her banner and avatar frequently. She's monetized as well. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She started with Get Ready With Me and makeup videos more than anything else, but moved into product reviews, unboxing videos, and now sponsored videos also. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 3,200, 6,900 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. She is live occasionally, but I keep saying it, we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. So, thank you again, Rock Chick Beauty, for another super chat. She's done that countless times before. I joke and I say hundreds of times, but I think it is, as a matter of fact, over the years. So thank you for that. That's Orianne. I've been lucky to collaborate with her in a roundabout sort of way, and lots of StreamYard panels and things like that. And Just Jason Keto and more still peeking in. I'm going to keep him on the wheel because he's in and out even when, you know, he's got to work and this and that. I know it's mid-afternoon or getting late afternoon in the Eastern time zone, but for a lot of our friends, they're still on 9 to 5 hours for a while and things like that. But we mix up our live streams usually at different times, but definitely different days. Jesse Miller unboxings and more is coming up. So we'll go for a break for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do, I'm going to play another clip from our interview series, and these again are conversations in an interview style, but what I tried to do is ask the featured creators for their opinion, knowing that we get to hear from me every day. They didn't all say the same things, but they know exactly what we need to hear. They have all been longtime friends of ours here in the Tuber Chat family for at least 3 years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
So I noticed that you also mentioned subscribers for a quick second there when you're talking about especially the effects you put on the screen or the end of your video. Don't forget to subscribe, things like this. What else can you tell us, especially for anybody just starting their YouTube journey, about how to get more subscribers for their channel?
Still back to just asking. Like, you would be surprised how many people don't say subscribe to my channel.
No.
Just a simple hit that subscribe button, you know, I would appreciate it. I don't do a whole lot of promoting, but promoting your channel works very well. I think honestly, if people can feel like they have a connection to you, if you're talking, if you're giving great information, if they sort of feel that vibe, they're going to naturally be like, oh, I like this person. But sometimes people will watch and just never subscribe. And sometimes it's just because they just don't think about it. And it's like, oh, I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed to you. So that one little ask is sometimes all the people need to,
right,
subscribe to the channel. I think also realizing that not everybody is going to subscribe. Like, yes, realizing that they might watch your video, but for whatever reason, they just don't want to subscribe to it. Or they just come there for that one reason, that to see that video, and now they're going to go. I think having people promote you is a good thing. And that's also something I think should naturally happen.
Okay.
I know a lot of us, when we start out, we think we have the best ideas, the best personality, and we're going to blow up overnight. And it just doesn't happen like that in the real world. You know, it's going to take time, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, you might never hit 10,000 subscribers, and that's okay. Be there for the 400 that are coming back,
Yes.
Be there for the ones that are coming back and show them that you appreciate them being there, because eventually those are the ones that will mention your name to somebody else.
Yes.
Or, those, if they don't, but they're still coming back. So we have to be okay. I think that's what a lot of new vloggers need to learn. You have to be okay that you might not blow up. You might not be as fabulous as you think you are. Somebody is still going to be like, no, I don't like her. And that's okay. That's
Right.
okay.
All right, we're just about back. We're looking at Jesse Miller unboxings and more. This is another friend of ours for about the last 4.5 years. I know we talk about the idea of moderators, and I mention it often, and I've added a few moderators lately. It's just coincidence that probably half of them, or close to it, are Canadian. I forget exactly how many. That's just coincidence. But I had a talk actually with I Am Betty J Gathers on her channel a couple months ago. We did a live stream together, and it was just coincidence there that we got into the conversation about moderators, and I went through a couple of like stories, but a really elaborate explanation. When you're on somebody else's channel, whether it's an interview or just a conversation, it gives you an opportunity to share content by telling a story that otherwise you could keep to yourself and do on your own channel and this and that. But it's a generous way, in my opinion, to share with others by now, as an example, forgive me, I'm tripping over my own words here, having that conversation on I Am Betty J Gather's channel, and taking the time to thoroughly tell the story about moderators and get into a big talk about how I think of that, that leaves a mark now that I get to go back to all the time. So whenever anybody mentions the idea of moderating this and that, I can say, well, if you haven't already heard me talk about it before, I Am Betty J Gathers has got a video on her channel. You can go over there and see exactly how I talk about it. Of course, there are a lot of other creators here in the Tuber Chat family who would be considered as, you know, for moderating. We just don't need a lot. I'm very lucky that we've got a core group of 10 for sure, a little bit closer to 20 actually, of creators that are moderators here that come in and out. Some are here every day, some are here as often as they can be, and some are only here once in a blue moon, but they've all been longtime dear friends. There are lots of other creators like Jesse Miller Unboxings and more, like Butler Family Farm and this and that. I just don't add a lot of moderators because it's unnecessary. The only reason I even started adding a couple more over the last couple of years was because Scratch and PPA needed to not be here for a day. Now, it's funny because he has been here from almost the beginning of Tuber Chat. I forget all the time. He found us around the 30th episode or something like that, and has been here for over 750 episodes, if you can imagine that, for hours at a time. Not only is Scratch and PPA here, he's always paying attention, which I don't know how he does it, to be honest with you, but you know, everybody shares their appreciation for Scratch and PPA because he's so supportive to so many other people. All of our moderators are. And then just because he wasn't going to be able to be there, I added another moderator. And now I've added like one per year, and then recently I just added a few more. But there's a whole speech about it, like I said, on I Am Betty J Gathers channel. And some of it comes down to enthusiasm. But the other thing, too, is we don't always want everybody to be bogged down with moderator duties. You know what I mean? We can get Nightbot and Streamlabs and Stream Elements and this and that to do some of the work by saying, like, okay, follow us on Instagram. We really don't do much over there. I'm on it all day if people want a message, but I don't want the moderators to have to do that. We don't do any link drops here, really, so Nightbot can take care of the few that we do and things like that. But these are just ideas. Lewis Acre Farm Karma has a live stream coming up. Forgive me, I haven't remembered yet. I don't know if I caught you for one of the Tuesday ones yet, that I don't remember what time it starts, but she's got a series called Talk About It Tuesday, and she will be starting that likely soon. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I waved to a few people while we were on that break there. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. My dear friend Hilda DC's here. She's been a moderator from the beginning of Tuber Chat. She's been with us for 4.5 years now. So she's on the wheel. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More on the Screen is going to bring us unboxing videos at least once a week, sometimes more often. And she unboxes all sorts of different things. So true unboxing channel, let's just say. But she actually does much more because she shows us a lot of the things that she makes with a lot of the things that she finds in the unboxing videos. And really, I'm talking about crafting supplies more than anything else there. She really does a lot of work when it comes to journaling, collages, and other things of this nature. And, you know, I've learned a lot actually over the years, especially recently, about some of the things that are out there for crafting. And, you know, the world's really changed, obviously, in the time I've been around, several decades, more than several. But Jesse Miller Unboxings and More does a lot more. She might do haul videos, like these Temu unboxing haul videos. She's got tons and tons of friends. She leaves an impact, you know, on every channel that she touches. So she's got lots of friends that have sent happy mail over. She shares that kind of thing with us as well. Lots of shout outs for other creators. She's incredibly supportive to others. And then she features a lot of the things she finds in the unboxing videos on her shorts page here, in her shorts videos. So she might have bath and beauty products. She might have snacks. We see there jewelry is here, more crafting supplies, stationery. So just about anything that can be unboxed, and she's considerate about changing up the different things that she brings to us on the channel as well, if that makes sense. Live streams are occasional. She's usually on every couple of months. and we'll look forward to the next live stream. She has another fast-paced and high-energy stream. It doesn't matter how long it is between her live streams, she can go on and she will have a fast-paced, high-energy chat, similar to what we see from Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, Scratch and PPA, like we saw earlier in his premiere. And Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is now working on 2,400 subscribers. I gotta take a break one of these days and like actually take a moment and ask all of our a lot of our friends who've been with us for 3 or 4 years how they think it feels now when we're seeing these channels that have hit, 1,500, 2,500, 3,500 and beyond. When we all started together, Tuber Chat, like every other channel, started with 0. I forget if I got it up to 600 or 800 before we started live streaming, something like that. But, back in the day when we were aiming for our 100, 200, 300, like a lot of people are now, I wonder what it feels like and if everybody remembers what it was like. I tried to remember what it was like to hit that first 100, and I won't get into the long speech, but the very first channel that I started running on YouTube almost 8 years ago was not mine. It was somebody else's, and it took us 6 months to get the first 100 subscribers, if you can believe that. That channel now has over 22,000. The creator who owns the channel now has gone on to start a few more channels. I ran a few of them for a while, for all these years actually, up until recently, and then one of them is now over 70,000. I forget if it's 74,000 or what it is, but we've come a long way, a really long way. And PK Adventure Travels, again, today, right here, crossed there. They had 990 when they came in today. They crossed over 1,000, which is a great accomplishment. But Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, I'm sure, is enthusiastic about the now, getting on to 2,400 subscribers that she's got, close to it. And then thank you, Lena Doyle Crafting. Just Jason Keto and More is coming up.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
Just Jason Keto and More might be on the road. He's been peeking in and out. He's another beloved and dedicated moderator and a member here, another fellow Canadian. He actually is only a couple hours away from me. I'm in Niagara Falls. He is getting dangerously close to 5,000 subscribers. His channel started to, he's been moving fast for a long time. As soon as he got to 2,000, it pretty much was 3,000 like within almost no time, and now he's jumping fast. I just want to show you, not too long ago, it's about a month ago now, we saw that one of his videos just out of nowhere flew to 23,000 views. Not a short, a video. He typically was getting anywhere from 100 to a few hundred views on most videos. As you can see, you look at the numbers, you can see what was going on before this happened, and all of a sudden one of these videos just exploded, which is great. And every video after that has now started to reap those benefits. So you can see, he just put out a video yesterday, it's got 700 views. And that's normal for Just Jason Keto and More over the last month, where he's pretty soon going to have an average that will be over 1,000 views on every video. So I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood, but you know what I mean. James Bunny 615, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, yes, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. I gave quite a speech there. And then when we look at Just Jason Keto and More, we see a creator that wants to help us with healthy eating and healthy living. He cares deeply about the YouTube journey, those of us in the Tuber Chat family and his community as well. He will bring us inspiration and motivation. As you can see, he says every day is a new opportunity. Of course, that is true for just about every single thing we could be thinking about in life. So when we look at his channel, we see he's getting dangerously close to that 5,000 subscribers. That has to be exciting. Lots of recipes on this channel. Chaffle recipes are something he's done many of. He might be getting close to 100 of these now, but he's done lots of other recipes as well, and a lot of product reviews, and those can both help us understand a lot of the ingredients we might consume or consider using and how they're going to affect us, let's just say. Occasionally, Just Jason Keto and More will take us for an outdoor adventure or unbox something like a GoPro. But the 99% of content on the channel features healthy eating, healthy living, a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He brings on guests to the channel as well. There's Kendra from Consume the Goodness. And lots of other guests on the channel, both in videos and live streams, where they share their tips, tricks, trials, tribulations, and he's got a vibrant community as well that helps out whenever we have questions and comments in the chat during his live streams or premieres. He's got shorts over here that have gotten into 5,000, 6,000, even 22,000 on one. And I've seen this one. It's as entertaining as it is informative. And then he's got live streams. He's on every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. And sometimes he's by himself. Sometimes he's got a guest. And like I said, his community will be right there with us when it comes to the idea of questions and comments that we have, and a lot of people sharing their inspiration and motivation as well. And then let's think about spinning the wheel. And Just Jason Keto and More, of course, is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including support him, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, I see lawn lifters is saying they want a Big Mac. We don't have a lot of the a lot of the things that our American friends have when it comes to anything at all. It could be groceries, could be restaurants, could be fast food, could be clothes, all kinds of stuff. We only see a fraction of it in Canada. So it's not common that we get things like the enormous Big Mac. I think they call it the Grand Big Mac or something like that. If you ever actually sit there and think about it and you eat a Big Mac, and forgive me, Just Jason Keto and More, while I'm just coming off talking about a healthy eating and healthy living channel. But just because lawn lifters mentioned it, if you think about these two things together, a Whopper is a much bigger actual hamburger than a Big Mac, let's just say. I'm not sure if they're equal or not by the time you figure it out. But now they've got in Canada this thing called a Grand Big Mac, and I can't even bring myself to try with something like that because it seems overwhelming. Never looks like it does in the pictures, but still enormous either way.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So next up is Scratch and PPA. I'm going to try to speed things up now. We're halfway through the stream. We still got an hour to go. Lots of time to get lots of channels up. And for any of our members or moderators, I often take names off the wheel if I haven't seen somebody for a while because we can't get to every channel. But members and moderators will always be added right back on as long as they're here. So just once in a while, you want to be active in the chat. I'm overdue for getting another name onto the wheel from our chat list, I think, or I should do it before we go on the next break. So I'll plan for that. Scratch and PPA is up on the screen right now. He dropped a premiere earlier. He drops premieres every single Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. You heard me mention about the idea that this is an incredibly supportive creator, one of the most supportive that I've met in my now almost 8 years on YouTube. And a lot of people will say the same thing. They'll mention the idea that Scratch and PPA is one of their most supportive creators. Scrow's Nest is in the house. And if Scrow's Nest hasn't already seen that premiere, because I don't think they were there today, but if you haven't already seen today's premiere, you're going to want to watch Scratch and PPA's premiere, you specifically. And then Scratch and PPA, like I said, premieres every single week. He's had perfect consistency for well over 4 years now, closer to 4.5. And if you can catch us for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family. Faster than this here, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC, Garden State Gardener, the Stock Explorer, like I was talking about earlier. And it is very fast-paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of. What he does in his premieres is feature 2 different lottery tickets. We get to vote on the content of next week's video, if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, and we're talking about lottery scratch tickets, which is a huge category and genre on YouTube. I had no idea before we started Superchat and before Scratch and PPA and many other lottery ticket scratching channels started to come in. Then I realized this is something that's a really big thing, and a lot of generous creators in that community as well. When we look at Scratch and PPA, we see that presentation is on the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in his thumbnails, as you would expect. And then he gives us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series also. And his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production, if you can imagine, and his banners updated every single week, if you can believe that. Cruz Bolero, I've got your channel on the wheel now. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Scratch and PPA as well expanded the content on his channel last year. He took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging style shorts videos, and I think that's going to become more of a trend now that YouTube's pushing 3-minute short videos. And then lottery tickets from Italy as well that we otherwise might not have seen. So that's a cool addition to the channel. I know a lot of people will be excited to know he's expanded his content. He brought us his very first live stream too. I was lucky to be there. Or in the chat is what I mean to say, while he was in Italy giving us a look around the area he was visiting. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA. Of course, he's monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats, super stickers, super thanks, and memberships when we get to his channel. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go here right now.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Tampa's Creek Homestead and more is in the house. TWP Popcorn is asking what's pop-a-loppin'. It's good to see you here. And then Canadian Family Life is up on the screen right now. This is Tiffany, another fellow Canadian, another beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. And Canadian Family Life is now working on 12,000, which is great to see. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. This channel features homesteading content as well, but in New Brunswick. And the whole family gets involved, both in the intros, in the trailer, in the videos, in the live streams. They're all popping in and out of here. When we look at what Tiffany's doing on the channel, a lot of cooking videos, a lot of grocery hauls, a lot of container gardening. They've got this impeccable container garden in the home. And her husband, Chris, who's featured right here and in a lot of the thumbnails, does some work on the container garden with the grow lights and things like that, as well as a lot of 3D printing and solar equipment. He does do-it-yourself videos on his channel primarily. I'll leave it to you to find that. It's called Chris's Creation Fun. Now, Canadian Family Life did a lot of different content during Vlogmas this year, which is really, really cool because the whole family got involved here, and I caught them for a few of these, I think they were premieres, where they were doing some Christmas ornament decorations. She's always cooking and coming up with interesting meal ideas, and Tiffany's very recognizable because she's been seen on dozens of other channels, maybe more, actually, in StreamYard panels. I started to notice she really collaborates with a lot of people, and that's a great way to get your channel moving. This is actually one of the fastest growing channels we've seen in the TuberChat family. She got to 3,000 subscribers in barely over a year, which is great, and it shows how far we've all come that's even possible. But Canadian Family Life is incredibly supportive here for every live stream and out in other channels. I run into her constantly in premieres and live streams. When we look at shorts over here, we see a lot of variety, but some outdoor content, including some winter weather. They're getting into 2,800 views and 5,600 views on one of them. And then live streams. She's usually live every month or two, And Tiffany could be doing just about anything. She could be just hanging out, giving us a chance to catch up with her. The family's hopping in and out of there all the time. They might be all together. And then, like I said, Tiffany from Canadian Family Life's been featured on lots of other channels. I keep talking about I Am Betty J Gathers today, and she was part of that interview series that recently happened. And I'm always happy to see creators collaborating, and Tiffany's been featured, like I said, on dozens of other channels as well. Monetize, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I hope everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life. And then Sharksmith Angling, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Computer Chick Productions is in the house. Yeah, I lost track of how long Computer Chick Productions has been on YouTube. I forget if it's over 14 years or something like that. Forgive me if I'm wrong. She's been on far longer than me, twice as long as me, I think. Cruz Bolero is up on the screen right now.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Cruz Bolero up on the screen right now. 341 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 400 we know they're going to be thinking about. And then... Is that meant to be Shake Shack? I wouldn't have guessed that they had seafood there. I still haven't checked out the Shake Shack in Toronto. I was waiting for that to come because I've heard that it is just, it's not so much about the food or the milkshakes or whatever it is that they do at Shake Shack that makes it unique. It's the branding, the marketing of that, particular restaurant and stuff that just makes it like, it's almost like a cult following apparently. So I was looking forward to it coming to Toronto. Kind of hit me as by surprise when it did. But I haven't been there yet. It's enormous and beautiful looking in downtown Toronto. I'm not sure if that's what they had here, if that's a different kind of thing, because it says Shake Shake Restaurant. But that's just a thought. Cruz Bolero is going to bring us for all kinds of adventures, mostly outdoor content here, as we can see. A bit of travel as well. Election day, we've got a provincial election coming up in Canada. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it or not. And then when we look at shorts on the channel, we see they've got a good handful of these right now, getting into 500 views and beyond. And hopefully we'll see some more very soon. Cruz Bolero's another longtime friend. Shake Shake, eh? Yeah, I haven't heard of that before, so that must be... I don't know if that's unique to you in your area or if it's a franchise or chain or anything like that. I'm in Canada, so we don't get to see a lot of that stuff. And there you go. Cruising lifestyles and travel reviews and much more. And this looks like, delicious looking pizza. I love pizza as much as anybody. Let's spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
When we look at Crafty Witch 232, this is a channel that just came in here several months ago now, but right away having impact, engaging true conversation. And it took me a minute to get to know what exactly they're doing on their channel because it's not just one thing. So they'll let us know here in their About section. They're a cross-stitcher, crocheter, 3D print enthusiast, jewelry maker, perler beater, and sewing ninja as well. So multi-talented, but primarily what we've seen on the channel is a lot of 3D printing and crochet. And they managed to mash these things up together, which is really, really unique. So almost a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuberchat family. They've got into well over 5,500 subscribers now. They'll be working on 600 soon. Shorts have done really well over here, getting into 10,000 and 13,000 on a couple of these with lots of pop culture reference there. And then live streams. We've caught them many times, or I've caught them many times. We caught them all together a couple of days ago. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Crafty Witch 232. They're live frequently, actually. I was thinking it was more frequent than it is because I've caught them so many times, usually a couple times a week as a minimum. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. And then Slice Life Gaming, good to see you in the house. They're a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. We're going to get to home bartending with John. He's got 2 different one-of-a-kind channels in the Tuber Chat family. And we'll look at both of those when we get back. We'll take a break for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from our interview series again from the very first episode. There's 4 of them now. And these are conversations in an interview style where I ask the featured creators for their opinion without adding a lot of my own, knowing that they know exactly what we need to hear. They've been friends of ours for at least 3 years each, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
One of the things that comes along with monetization on YouTube that used to require 30,000 subscribers is memberships, and that's open to everybody that gets monetized after 500 subscribers now, or just about everybody. So one of the things that creators will ask is how can they increase the number of memberships over time on their channel? What advice would you give to somebody to increase the number of members and watch that grow if that's something that's on their mind?
Yo, you better get your pencil out for this one. I take this part very seriously in my membership. Our membership is $1.99. It's low. Okay. And I did that intentionally. I don't have any other tiers. I have one tier. It's $1.99. It's the fun zone, basically. We have, 24 emojis available, and everybody gets a new banner or a new badge. And it's creative and it's evolving all the time. I change those out consistently. Sometimes during the holidays is a good example. I changed out almost every single one of those emojis for members. I must have picked up, and I think we're right around 600 members. I think we probably picked up an extra 100 because once Halloween came, everything changed throughout the entire holiday season. We're about to hit Easter, and I'm doing it again. So showing your members that you're changing, people love new things. They love it when it's new. And that's a simple thing that you can do. It's all free, whether you use Pexels or you use an AI generator, Midjourney. You can create all that so fast and so easy. It probably takes me to do, I see 24 up there. So I think it takes me maybe 2 hours to do every single one of those.
Right. Yeah.
And now you have a fresh palette all the way around.
That's a wonderful idea, so much so I'm holding myself back from laughing because I expect to take a page out of your book and probably do that on at least the Tuber Chat channel. So thank you for that.
In encouraging everybody to join your membership program, or not so much encouraging, reminding them that you have a membership program. And as soon as you do that, everybody in your channel that's a member will start dropping those special emojis. Now, I tweak it a little bit too because I have the floating emotes. When we are in a non-emergency or eruptive time where we can take a breath and it's a little bit more relaxed, I have some pages, my live streams. When you do the emojis, they float all over the screen for fun. And then you see a large customized emoji that you can only get by being a member. $1.99 is not too far off. People love it.
Wow, that's gold. Thank you for this.
All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at two different one-of-a-kind channels in the Tuber Chat family from Home Bartending with John. Together we travel. Good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I did add another name onto our wheel as promised. New Horizons Above and Beyond is on there, and I always add at least a couple of names during the course of every live stream based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. And we're usually here for 3 hours, so we can stay up to another hour if everybody would like. We got a premiere coming up from Michael's Adventures. Still got lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. And Michael's Adventures will give us a chance to basically extend what we're doing here by allowing us to meet more friends and family members while we're in his premiere and live chat as well. So, Home Bartending with John on the screen is a long-time, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. He's been a silver member for as long as I can remember, which means we see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether or not he's here, even though he's usually here for just about every stream. Home Bartending with John is now working on 600 subscribers, and what he does on this one-of-a-kind channel is teaches us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. We don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what he's got here, but he does show us what it takes to keep a bar like this replenished, and then the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of these cocktails as well. He often does them in different variations, where he shows us different ways to make a drink. If you've ever heard the term shaken not stirred from James Bond, it gives you an idea that different people like their drinks made with a bit of a twist. And then he takes requests on his channels as well, and he's done a couple for me already, for which I'm grateful. Now, Home Bartending with John will do a lot of product reviews as well, both between beers, liquors, and liqueurs, a lot of comparisons between them. And he'll do collections of cocktails like low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails, as they're called, and things like this. Pardon me. So, hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Home Bartending with John. He's got some shorts videos over here as well. One of them still getting views. He's gotten into 1,600, 2,700, now one over 9,100 views. And then live streams are an idea from the past. We'll see if he's going to pick those back up. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Pardon me, I'm rubbing my eye there. I just got, my allergies are out of control all the time. I'm allergic to everything. Let's look at The Pipe Guy. This is another channel from the same creator. We got to make sure we get the spelling right on this one, and I'll put the handle in the chat for everybody. The Pipe Guy is bringing us industrial pipe lamps and industrial pipe art, and I hadn't seen anything like this before, ever seeing his channel. He's got a Star Wars themed video to get us started and a couple of shorts to go along with that. He's working on his first 100 subscribers. It's obviously an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, so we'd love to push him a little bit closer. New Horizons Above and Beyond is coming up.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
And then when we look at New Horizons Above and Beyond, we see a creator that's got 1,400 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 1,500 we know they're going to be thinking about. Like a pipe handle, yes, The Pipe Guy. And then when we look at New Horizons Above and Beyond, we see a lot of variety. I see they got a brand new banner there, and I think the avatar is new as well. They've changed their channel name a couple of times, and they update their About section to let us know what we can expect from the channel. Quite a few videos here that are featuring mostly outdoor content. Then shorts on the channel as well, and these have gotten into 1,600, 1,900 views and beyond. And then live streams on the channel. This is something they've experimented with. We'll see if they're going to do any more of those. They are here with us for just about every stream, so I'm sure they'll update us when they've got something coming up, like another live stream. KNRP Kim Polton is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we're going to look at this channel right now, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel like we usually do. In all this time, KNRP Kim Polton, did I not realize you were Canadian? Or did I know and not remember that? Because I see the flag there, so I'm assuming it now. Because I happen to be in Niagara Falls, right? I was born, raised, and grew up in Toronto, but I've been in Niagara Falls, living here officially for 9 years now, pretty close to it, 8.5 years. KNRP Kim Polton is closing in on 500 subscribers. They're literally going to have it any time now. They only have 5 more to go, so they have to be excited. 500 is another exciting and important milestone in all of our YouTube journeys. I see I've got a video here from many months ago, but the red line is not all the way across, so I've put that into my catch-up list, and it's been a while since you posted a video, but I see you've got quite a few shorts here as well, and some of these have started to move now into 400 views on the way towards 500. Live streams on the channel are where they are most active. So when we look at these, they're live frequently, usually at least a couple times a week, sometimes several times a week. And then hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. What I'm going to do for right now, though, is I'm going to take one of these, pardon me, I'm going to take the longer of the two live stream replays. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list as well. Every minute matters when it comes to watch hours, right? So I'll get you a few watch hours there by running that. Especially, you'll probably be thinking about it now, getting close to 500 subscribers. Oh, in Manitoba. Yeah, forgive me for not knowing that. If you mentioned it before, for whatever reason, I hadn't remembered that. But I'm going to try to remember now, but thank you, yeah. I'm always happy to see, you know, Canadian flags and this and that. I'm still convinced, and I say it often, that I don't know if anybody in Canada ever cared that they're Canadian. If Molson Canadian didn't come out with those commercials a couple of decades ago, I would like to think that everybody's happy to be Canadian. Most often when you ask somebody, like, what's your background or what are you, it's everything but Canada, and Canadians are always trying to get out of here. Like, I wish I could go to some other country. But I was born, raised, grew up in Canada, and am 3 generations in on Canadian soil. So I'm happy to be Canadian, proud to be Canadian. I do love any time that I can spend anywhere else. I haven't been many places, but I've been to the States many, 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 many times. I love all my time there as well. But I'm always happy to have my Canadian flag wherever I'm going to be positioned, let's just say. Most of you saw it in those clips that I play all the time, where it was the first thing I put on my desk, as a matter of fact. But interesting to know, so thank you again, KNRP Kim Polton. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but appreciate it always. And then let's spin the wheel, and we will get to my dear friend Hilda DC.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
And then Hilda DC is a longtime dear friend. She's been with us since the beginning of Tuber Chat, literally 4.5 years now. And Hilda DC is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator, and always has been. She is somebody who cares deeply about the YouTube journey, so much so, as a matter of fact, I call her one of the most supportive, what do I say about Hilda DC? Encouraging, pardon me. One of the most encouraging creators that I've met personally in my 7 or almost 8 years on YouTube now. And the reason why I say that is because she's a strong-willed creator who truly stands behind and beside her community, her audience, those of us in the Tuber Chat family, there are positive affirmations that flow throughout her channel and throughout her content, mostly from the creator herself, but she even puts special effects on the screen, and she even gets Nightbot on the case as well. So there's encouragement all the way around. What Hilda DC does on her channel, she's done a lot of different things, including mukbang videos, a lot of what she calls weird food combinations and things like that. Again, I'm in Canada. I know I said it a million times today, but I don't get to see all the different things that our American friends have. They've got what feels like 10 times the different variety, the different flavors of different snacks and treats and meal ideas. Hilda DC brings those to us both in taste test challenges as well as cooking videos. She's been doing a lot of cooking videos over the last year or so. She's working on 2,600 subscribers. We'd love to push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. She sometimes brings us some outdoor content as well. She's got shorts on the channel. These have gotten now into 6,200, 4,700 views and beyond, and then live streams as well. So she's live occasionally, but Hilda DC, like I said earlier today, is somebody who can go on whenever she wants, and she'll have a fast-paced, high-energy live stream similar to what I talk about with the Stock Explorer, Jesse Miller unboxings and more, and Scratch and PPA. So hopefully everybody will connect with Hilda DC, and I'd love for you to get some of her support coming back to you as well. And then I put lawn lifters onto the wheel. Hopefully they're still with us here. I think they are. Fabric Studio can be added right now. And I'm going to spin the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Another beloved and dedicated moderator is Michael's Adventures, and he is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my now over 7 years on YouTube. A lot of what Michael's Adventures does for other creators actually goes unseen. I'm very lucky as the host of Tuber Chat. Lots of creators reach out to me. They talk about what they see in the YouTube streets, the things that they do, the things they notice about other creators, both positive as well as a little bit of negative and this and that. But Michael's Adventures has always been the kind of creator to reach out and ask, who do I know that needs help with watch hours and things like that? So he's running playlists for people constantly without even asking, just trying to go over and above for everybody. So it speaks to the generosity that you hear me talk about all the time. Michael's Adventures is now over 1,500 subscribers. We'd love to push him towards the 1,600 we know he's thinking about. He's got a premiere for us we're going to see in just about 45 minutes, actually. And it's going to be an hour long. What he brings us is nature and wildlife videos. He features a lot of raccoons, foxes, deer, opossums, bird watching, as well as sometimes he takes us for a walk around or a drive around his area, and stories come along with that, stories that he tells. And then he's got some slot gameplay on a phone. He's been on this again recently, but we've seen this before because when we dig through his shorts videos, we see a lot of lottery ticket scratching, a bit of outdoor content, and then if I click to the popular tab, we see that slot game again here with over 6,000 views on one of these shorts, which is great to see. He's monetized, of course, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And Michael's Adventures obviously is an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Henry Leslie, Vermont, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. We'll spin the wheel. Fabric Studios coming up.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Oh, Scrow's Nest is still in the house. I'm going to get Scrow's Nest onto the wheel right now. And then Fairbrick Studio up on the screen is another longtime dear friend. Now, they've been really mixing up a lot of different content on the channel. Working on some watch hours, I'm sure. But they started with a lot of Lego stop motion videos and gameplay with some of the Lego games that are out there. They actually got me playing this Lego Tower game. And I got another tablet. I was trying to remember what was the reason why I stopped playing the game? Because I got another tablet and I didn't put it on the game. I don't make enough time to play. I do love video games as much as everybody. But some of my favorite games to play are Lego games. I just think they're hilarious. Lego is like my favorite toy of all time. So much so if I have to, buy a present for a friend or, some young person, like a, family friend or something like that, it's always Lego's the first thought, let's just say. My family still to this day will buy me little Lego kits that I can use for my setup in the background when I had my office there and this and that. I still got to put some of those things together. But I like, the Lego Star Wars games or the Lego Batman, and I think Jurassic Park is one we have around the house and this and that. But Fairbrick Studio is also going to bring us a lot of almost ASMR types of pleasing audio, pleasing visuals. You can see some of these fireplace videos popular at Christmas. You can see some of the other beautiful landscapes and ideas that they're bringing us. A lot of 3D AI generated content now, which is interesting to see. And then shorts on their channel. Some of these have done really well. 28,000, 30,000, 69,000 on some of these shorts, and the channel's now over 14,000 as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Fairbrick Studio. We'd love to push them towards their next milestone. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then, Slice Life Gaming, Lego stop motion is something I considered before even starting YouTube, like when I was first thinking about a YouTube channel, because it lends itself perfectly, especially now with shorts, where you could, it's a lot of work, but you could literally put one piece of Lego, take a photo, put another piece of Lego, take a photo. And if you've got one of those kits that's got hundreds of pieces, which most of them do, then it lends itself perfectly to a stop motion video. But a lot of work, but my guess is you'd probably get a lot of views as well, because it's instinctive. People understand how much work that takes. Sweet Melissa, Coastal Girl 707, good to see you in the house. Crow's Nest is up here.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
I was just on Squirrel's Nest channel the other day. I don't know why my red line is not all the way across. I've been getting pure stressed out about that because it's happening repeatedly. I'm unsure why. Because I'm sitting there, and most people know I have many different accounts, obviously, responsible for different channels. This is not even all of them. Some of them are just experiments. I don't really do anything with them. But multiple channels, and for no reason at all, when I'm running playlists and things like that, some of these videos are coming out with their red lines not all the way across. So I'm just going to put this back into my catch-up list and make sure that I rerun it. Scrow's Nest has one of my favorite lines for a YouTube banner. They say they're spending their children's inheritance one cruise at a time. And Scrow's Nest is going to give us the idea of travel. And basically they say tips on cruising and traveling with a mobility scooter. So obviously from a certain perspective. And they're very considerate about the idea of showing us around and what it's going to be like. Like, for instance, this I think was the one... can't remember if this is the right. This is the one. The last one I watched was the non-accessible room. What is it like for somebody who needs an accessible or could use an accessible room? We call it that in Canada. I know there's lots of different ways to describe these things, but something with like wider doors, wider spaces, so you could get something like a mobility scooter around. And they do a good job of showing us what it is like, even if the room is not accommodating. And they show us tips and tricks for how to deal with it too. Shorts on the channel have gotten now into 5,800, 6,200 views and beyond, and then they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We would love to push them towards the 1,400 subscribers. We know that they're thinking about it. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. I know Sweet Melissa Coastal Girl 707 is in the house. Creative Nana, aka Sheila, I'm going to put your channel on our wheel. Likely in a moment. I'm just going to wait for a quick second. Lucy Grace 56 is in the house. It's good to see you here. I'm going to get P&J's Homestead Adventure ready to go. So right before I add names to the wheel again, We're going to go on a break for 3.5 minutes. What we're going to do right before that is I'll play one more clip, last one for today, from our interview series. And this is a set of 4 different videos now. Hopefully we'll get some more soon. They're listed in a playlist and as a podcast in an interview style where I ask the creators for their opinion without adding a lot of my own. They have all been with us for years in the Superchat family while their channels have grown, and they know exactly what we need to hear because they have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask is the idea that you can give us, regardless of, like, you know, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it. So it'll be another like 8 years. So I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit. And people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it. But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video of your passion, make it personal that you're talking to that one person that's watching you. If you see what I mean, you know, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, you know, and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage, and that you're basically making that video for your best friend.
Right. That's great advice too. Yeah. Each person, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
right, we're just about back. We're looking at P&J's Homestead Adventure, adding another couple of names onto the wheel. Henry Leslie Vermont and Lucy Grace 56 are both on there. And then yeah, Beltloop 29's actually got a handful of channels, but that's another supportive creator who also wants to help people grow. And then I'll add names, excuse me, onto the wheel as we continue. I'm choking and coughing on nothing here. It's weird. When we look at P&J's Homestead Adventure, we see a couple of enthusiastic creators who are here with us for just about every single stream, as a matter of fact. And we're now on this channel well over 1,000 subscribers, which is great to see. We'd love to push them towards the 1,100 we know they're thinking of. Of course, they're bringing us homesteading content, mostly outdoors. But one of the things I noticed about this channel is when they first started coming into the Superchat family, and I can tell you where it is if I find the first video that I watched. So, a year ago, but I think they've been with us much longer than a year now. This watermelon video was the first one I watched on this channel. But I noticed right away they've got a lot of these garden tour club thumbnails, which means they were already collaborating with other creators like our dear friend Gail's Southern Living. Collaborating in any way is a great way to get your channel to grow. Pardon me. I am struggling for no reason here. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,200, 2,600 views and beyond. More outdoor content, more homesteading style content, and then one live stream as an experiment a few months ago. We'll see if they're going to pick those back up, but we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can. And then, so KNRP Kim Polton, my recommendation for everyone is to make a playlist of every video that you have, and even if your channel's only live streams, every live stream. If you look at our copyright-free music channel, which is linked on our front page, it's at the bottom of our front page, you're going to see something that I did that was actually inspired by a few other people. Like, for instance, Scratch and Pete PA has his playlists on his front page with the times of each playlist. So if somebody wants to make some kind of a fair trade, then they can. You know what you're getting into, because when we have a lot of gaming channels, sometimes they only stream and it's like literally for 12 hours. So, you know, their playlists can go on for days. Whereas some people here are just starting out. They've got 10 or 20 videos or not even, right? So the playlist is an hour and that's the end of it. But on our copyright-free music channel, you'll see that what I did was take a bunch of our live streams. So I made a 24-hour playlist, a 48-hour playlist, a 72-hour playlist, and then there's just a simple 3-hour one that's got like all the music, the individual songs, so that people can pick whatever they want to do to help out that channel when it's time, let's just say. But these are just suggestions. But otherwise, even if you haven't chopped your channel, this goes for everybody, into playlists yet, playlists are a big benefit for your viewers. Never mind the supporters here in the Tuber Chat family. That helps with swapping playlists. But when people are watching your videos, they might binge watch collections of videos. But if not, I still recommend everybody put all of your videos into one playlist and all of your live streams into another playlist as well. Because you never know what somebody's going to do for you, right? And I talked about it earlier, but there are many more creators than just Michael's Adventures. But, you know, he's one who will look for people to help and then start running things for them. A lot of our moderators probably do that. I still swap playlists with people because I know how helpful it is. Alice Guitars, good to see you in the house. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not sure if that's Alice or Alice. I'll say Alice for now. Unless you correct me, but I'd love for you to let me know if I'm mistaken, because I always want to promote everybody's channel the way they want it promoted. But thank you. I saw the kind words that you mentioned in the chat. It's great to have you here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
Now, I never want to make it sound like I'm telling anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel. I'm sure it sounds like that sometimes. That's not what I mean. What I wish for everybody truly is to just get out of YouTube whatever they want to get out of YouTube. That's the truth. Most of us have some of the same ideas on our minds. We want 100,000 subscribers. We want to monetize and, you know, all the other things that come along with that. But it's not the same. Every single person has a different reason for starting their YouTube channel, even though a lot of them are very similar. And that goes for the goals that we, aspire to achieve, let's just say, as well. But playlists can be a big part of it. And you never know when somebody finds something that they like on your channel and they just keep watching. You know what I mean? So playlists can be a great help with that. Henry Leslie Vermont is up on the screen. This is another incredibly supportive creator. They've been with us a few years now as well. They're working on 500 subscribers, and they typically bring us a lot of nature and wildlife videos. It looks like they've expanded their content recently. They've got one here on the road. I'm not sure if I've seen one of these yet. I'm just going to put their latest video on my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up the smallest bit. Moving snow in Vermont. So many people are already tired of the snow. It's been a different winter. Last year I was lucky. I was splitting my time between Niagara Falls and Toronto. I don't do that as much anymore. But last year, every time I went back and forth, the snow would go the other way. So I only had to shovel once last year. And, I think we're all paying for that now. But I saw a post on Facebook today where somebody made me laugh. I forget if it was Corinne that put it up. Corinne's Life might be the one that I saw it from. And it says, I'm so tired of the snow, I'm going to start complaining about how hot it is already. Trying to fast forward. Something like that. So Henry Leslie Vermont brings us a lot of outdoor content. They're also incredibly supportive. I run into them constantly when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams on other channels. They've got lots of shorts here that have gotten now into 4,500, 4,800, one over 6,400 views, which is great to see. You see a lot of trail cam type footage here, and then some live streams as well. So they've been doing these up to a year ago. A year ago, they had some more of this winter weather. And we've got notification bells on so that we can catch each other just in case they decide to bring those back up. And let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. It's going to be Lucy Grace 56.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Yeah, Michael's Adventure suggested that I go out and film some snow as well because it was snowing the other day and I just didn't do it. I'm only using excuses, but there was one live stream that I tried to do for one of those Christmas light displays in Niagara Falls. We have very elaborate. It's one of the world's biggest. And I went out to live stream it, and I filmed it a few times over the years, but the live stream cut off within the first 8 minutes or so because the phone froze. And that was something I didn't know until going through it in the early years, my early years on YouTube, is that the heat your phone can overheat, and it can also get too cold and shut the stream down and stuff like that. Now, it turned out I got really lucky, and that stream ended up getting a few thousand views because it chopped as a video, and then it just happened to be popular, I guess, for 2 seconds there. But these are thoughts. And then one of the things that I've learned from a creator in Toronto, not part of the Superchat family, but his name is Johnny Strides. And I've just through his channel been in his chat a few times. He knows who I am. I've said hello a few times and this and that. Hopefully I'll meet up with him one day. But he's the one who let us know. Snow means viewers is basically the idea. So anytime anybody has snow, this is why a lot of movies and television Christmas movies are really popular and this and that. Not everybody in the world has snow or ever even gets to see snow. So it's interesting to everybody. And so it's not a surprise when I read the chat and see Henry Leslie Vermont talking about moving snow seems to be popular. Yeah, no doubt. Because for anybody who hasn't seen it, how are you supposed to imagine what it really is like, even when you're looking at it? It's funny, for anybody with a pet, a cat or a dog, often the pets chase the snow. The dogs will bite at it, and the cats do the same thing. Lucy Grace 56 is up on the screen right now, and this is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've actually been with us a long time, but they've got a few shorts here, which is interesting to see. They've just got one video, and then live streams on the channel. Now, hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I haven't been on these yet, it looks like, but they seem to be on about once a month or so. And Lucy Grace 56 is working on 80 subscribers right now. They'll soon have their first 100. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
KNRP Kim Polton, you literally made me laugh out loud. I have not seen a Lego snowblower, but that is hilarious, and I have to say I'm not surprised. They make Lego out of everything now, or Lego into everything. Legends of Speed has another channel. Great. AM Gamer 66. So good to know you've got more than one. Anybody who has more than one channel is, of course, welcome to come into Tuber Chat with either of them or even both. The only thing that we don't want to do is say, hey, everybody, come and get me on both of my channels, because that's not the way that we connect. We always want to be authentic. So my recommendation is always treating each channel separately. No matter what you do, I promise you're going to get different audiences on two different channels for anybody that has more than one. And there's our dear friend Kelly. I think Kelly was on twice today already. Was it yet today or was it yesterday that I was thinking that? I Bring It Every Day is on every single day, literally, for as long as I can remember. I don't know if she's ever missed a day. But I think yesterday she might have been on twice. And she's been with us for years as well. Rushing Wind Mountain is up on the screen. This is a channel from the Pacific Northwest that brings us nature and wildlife videos as well. When we dig through a lot of the videos here, we're going to see a lot of almost ASMR type pleasing visuals, pleasing audio. But then when we get, and I'm going to, pardon me, save the latest video in my catch-up list there so I can catch up with this channel, stay caught up. Shorts over here feature some humorous moments, and this is where we start to see the wildlife on the channel. These have gotten into 11,000, 12,000, 16,000 views. And then live streams on the channel as well. Now, they've experimented both with horizontal and vertical live streams, landscape and portrait, and they've mixed up all kinds of content here as well. They do these frequently, as you can see, so we'll likely see one either today or tomorrow again. Rushing Wind Mountain has been a dear, longtime friend. This is Ruby, often mentioned by name in the chat, and they're here with us for every stream as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Rushing Wind Mountain, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. We still got 20 minutes, lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. I'll get to as many as I can. And in a few minutes, I'm going to start dropping the link for a premiere from Michael's Adventures that's coming up.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
So Slice Life Gaming is up on the screen with 1,300 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards their next milestone. They've just been with us a few times now, but I've already been lucky enough to catch them live. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and we can see they're bringing gameplay from a lot of popular titles, including Rockstar, of course, my favorite, Grand Theft Auto. It's only going to be 6 months or less, I think, before we see Grand Theft Auto 6. Michael's Adventures set up a long intro for us, so we get an extra channel or two in here, and then shorts on Slice Life Gaming have gotten now into 10,000, 15,000 and beyond, which is great to see. Live streams, there's Grand Theft Auto right there, and hopefully I'll catch you for one of these streams again. It's been already almost a week. And Slice Life Gaming, hopefully everybody will connect with them. Obviously a channel that's already established, doing well, and happy to come in here and support. And Pixie Dust Traveler Tracy, I'm going to put onto the wheel right now. We'll spin and we'll see who's coming up next, but we're going to go for a break. We'll make this a quick one. We'll come right back in 3.5 minutes. Like I said, we still got 20 minutes to go. We'll look at Tampus Creek, Homestead, and more, and I'll take channels one by one, and we'll get to as many as we can. You know when you meet somebody and you just feel like you gotta bust chops and act silly right away, no matter how old we get, of course. So when somebody asks, like, oh, so what do you do for a living? I say, I'm a professional breakdancer, as a matter of fact. Or a professional breakdancing coach is an even better idea. But yes, I've been known to do that kind of silly stuff. Tampa's Creek Homestead and more. And over the top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. This is actually a grandmother and granddaughter duo. And they're here with us frequently. They've just been with us a couple of months now, but they're here frequently in our live streams. I see they just put out a few videos over the last few days, and I'm just going to grab one of these and put this into my catch-up list so I can somewhat stay caught up here. I'm still getting to know the channel, but you can see that these are dynamic creators, always smiling, always laughing, always having fun together. There's a perfect example in their shorts videos here, getting into 4,000, 5,000, even well beyond 6,000 views. Monetized, of course, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're well over 700 subscribers now, and then live streams are frequent on the channel as well. So I caught them a few days ago, but they seem to be live frequently, so they got one coming up tomorrow, and we can look forward to that. We always set notifications for everything we see, even though we have notification bells on for every single channel. So Pixie Dust Traveler, I put on the wheel. I'll take channels one by one now, but we'll get to as many as we can. I gotta get the link for the premiere that we're going to go and see for Michael's Adventures. He's going to give us an extra hour to continue meeting friends and family members the same way we are here right now. We'll look at our dear friend Precious Gems, who's been with us for a few years as well.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
So I've got Sweet Melissa Coastal Girl 707 on the wheel, along with AM Gamer 66. And then Precious Gems is up on the screen right now. This creator's a longtime friend. I think they've been with us beyond like 3 years now. And they've got now well over 18,000, which is great to see. Typically what they're bringing in their videos is animation and interesting music to go along with it. So I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. It's a silly name for a playlist, but I use it to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. And then shorts on the channel have gotten into 10,000, even 15,000 views with more random content, mostly music focused. So hopefully everybody will connect with Precious Gems, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then we'll spin the wheel, and it looks like we're going to see a brand new channel today. AM Gamer 66, I believe, is going to be the first time that we're looking at this channel.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
I gotta get you to pardon me just for a very quick second, and then we're going to talk about this channel. And then, pardon me. And then what we're looking for is what we're looking at, pardon me, is a brand new channel. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos here. I'm going to take the 6-minute one, and I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I'm going to flip through here quickly in the chat. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Oh, Michael's Adventures. I wonder if he's still in the background here. I was looking to grab the link for that video. There it is, yeah. Something, oh, yeah, something was glitching. It was telling me it was not available, but it's right there. So if everybody wants to, at any time, head over to Michael's Adventures for that premiere. And I'll come over right after Tuber Chat. We still got another 10 minutes to go, and he put a long intro on there. So we will be able to look at another channel or two here before we go over, but I'll come over as well for, he's going to be on for an hour. That gives us more time to meet more friends and family members over there, the same way we do here. All of our moderators allow that on their channels and premieres and live streams. So if everybody wants to go over there, I'll pin the link so that everybody can get to it. I'll drop it another couple of times. And we're looking at Sweet Melissa Coastal Girl 707.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Pardon me for 1 second. I was just having to answer a message there. So, Sweet Melissa Coastal Girl 707 has 376 subscribers now. This creator has been with us a long time. I know it's over a year. I'm not sure if it's 2 years yet. Sweet Melissa Coastal Girl 707 let us know that she is a member of a lot of different product review and testing sites. And what she does is brings all of the products that she reviews and tests into our the YouTube channel. So when we look at the videos here, I see these ones are a little bit longer than usual, which is great. But she literally will test and review just about anything at all. So we can see that there's an electronic device. That's really cool. Amazon. And then let me just dig through here. I know there's household products here. There is more unboxing ideas. Like I think she just occasionally does subscription service unboxings if they send her one and this and that. Collaborations with other influencers, and I've seen these many times. I don't think I caught these advent calendar videos. I don't know why I'm so behind in so much of your content here. I must have caught something from the other day. But I've got the latest video on my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to stay caught up here. And then shorts on the channel have gotten into 12,000. I'm so sorry. 1,200. 1,200 views, 2,100 views, and 7,000 views on one of these. And then live streams on the channel as well. So she just did one a couple weeks ago. I'm sorry I missed that. Hopefully I can catch you for one of these. We always have notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. And then we'll spin. Creative Nana, aka Sheila, is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel. It's actually a brand new channel for us, so we're looking at it for the first time.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
And then I've got Debes, the Pug Mama Quilter, on the wheel, along with I Bring It Every Day. And drop the link one more time here for, pardon me, that link's not going to work. Michael's Adventures premiere, which is coming up. It's a premiere, so the chat's already running. Anybody can hop over there at any time. And then we're going to look at this channel in a second. Pardon me, I'm not going to turn the screen off. I just need to do something for a second here. And then Creative Nana, aka Sheila, they were with us, I think during the last live stream, if I'm not mistaken. And Amoy versus Ryan, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos here. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full, and I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
So Deb S. the Pug Mama Quilter is somebody who's been with us for many months now. I've been lucky to catch them a few times for live streams already. And Amoy versus Ryan, we are basically a community here of YouTubers. Everybody here has a channel, and everybody just meets each other for the purpose of supporting each other, regardless of what category our channel's in. So we've got people like the channel you see on the screen here doing quilting. We've got lottery ticket scratching. We've got gaming. We've got homesteading. We've got just about every kind of channel you can think of. And the idea is just to make friends with other creators, so they're there to support all your content. So Deb S. the Pug Mama Quilter, I see you've got another video from a few weeks ago. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but we've got a lot of friends that do quilting on their channels and help us if we want to think about quilting or just see how it's done. Avoiding mistakes or fixing them is another thing we often see from these creators. And then live streams. Deb S. the Pug Mama Quilter is live frequently. You can see I've caught them a few times, and we've always got notification bells on for every single channel so we can catch each other as often as possible. Next channel that we're going to look at is Pixie Dust Traveler, Tracy, and then we'll see what they've got going on.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
I'm going to drop the link again for Michael's Adventures. His premiere's coming up, and anybody can head over there at any time. Yes, Mona Did What is the channel I always think about when I think about avoiding mistakes or fixing mistakes, because I thought it was a really cool aspect of her channel. She's been with us for years now. Obviously, she's doing really, really well. Pixie Dust Traveler, Tracy, is another channel. I haven't seen enough content here on this channel yet. I gotta watch another video. And one of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time, I get to know the channels by putting them up on the screen this way, and then over weeks and months by hanging out in premieres, live streams, watching videos, I get to know the content on the channel. And for anybody that wants to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. I see Pixie Dust Traveler Tracy's got a lot of shorts here as well, getting into 1,000, 1,200, 2,800 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. She's done a few of these up to last year. We'll see if she's going to bring those back. We got notification bells on for every single channel, and we know she's working on 400 subscribers, so we'd love to push her a little bit closer towards that milestone. And then thank you so much to our new friend AM Gamer 66, and then I Bring It Every Day is Kelly. This is a friend of ours for years now.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
I Bring It Every Day is Kelly, and this is a creator. I wonder if you can let me know. There's something I always want to describe with your channel, and I never remember to ask you exactly how I should be talking about it. There was something I noticed a long time ago. I Bring It Every Day will take us out to what I would otherwise call a knitting circle or a meet-up, where a lot of people are doing crochet together. That's only one tiny aspect of I Bring It Every Day's channel, but it's something that I found compelling, something that I noticed early on when I Bring It Every Day started coming into the Tuber Chat family, literally years ago now. She's monetized, working on 2,300 subscribers, and she does a lot more. I think this is the first cooking video I've ever seen from you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to watch that one, because I don't think I've seen a cooking video from I Bring It Every Day, even though she's obviously doing them. And then she could be talking about anything. She was on twice yesterday. She's on every single day. I Bring It Every Day is no joke. Kelly is on every day. A lot of times she takes us out to places like flea markets and things like that, and I'm always chasing her down to see if there's vinyl records there. And then 5,000, 7,000, almost 9,000 views on some of these shorts videos, which is great to see. And live streams, she's on live frequently. So like I said, she's just about live every day, as well as dropping videos. I don't know how she finds the time, but hopefully everybody will connect with I Bring It Every Day. She's got lots of friends on StreamYard panels as well. She's obviously featured on tons of other channels. And then Lawn Lifters is coming up right now. We're really, really late today. Amoy versus Ryan. Usually I put names on the wheel, pardon me, based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of our 3-hour stream. But we're just at the end right now. I can't get to every channel every single day. We're going to go over and actually visit another channel now. But everybody's going to be over there doing the same thing we're doing here, meaning just meeting each other in the chat. And then Portal to the Paranormal, TTP, is in the house. Portal to the Paranormal, good to see you here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment. I always get mad at myself when I forget to thank the moderators for their help. I try not to forget. I even put a note for myself every single day on my notepad here to thank them. We all know that these live streams couldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. So thank you, Scratch and PPA, Michael's Adventures, Canadian Family Life, Just Jason Keto, and more, Hilda DC. I am Betty J. Gathers. They were all here today. I don't mean to leave anybody out. Thank you to all our friends who are here all the time. Two Pineapples is in the house. They are one of the creators featured in our How to Get 10,000 Subscribers on Your YouTube channel interview series. I hope everybody will check them out. They got a 24-hour live stream as well. And then forgive me for the channels we didn't get to today. We'll be back in a few days. The next few live streams are all set up. We're going to go over to Michael's Adventures channel now for his premiere. And we can continue what we're doing here. And I'll see everybody over there. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up for the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling, on your own with the fam around. You're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong.
You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong.
So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.